Hello, world. It is me, a DM with a bunch of people. Yeah. So, okay. Now, let's have a real introduction. Hello, my name is Ian, and I am running a game, Pathfinder, in a homebrew campaign universe that I crafted while traveling. My players being played tonight are with Chelsea, Snake, Ken, Matthew, and Alexandra. Snake is not his real name, but he gets to have tattoos everywhere. So, I know, that's the very first thing that comes up with that. Last time, they had a little preview session that Snake did not record. Bad Snake. And he, where they played level 1 soldiers in a level 2 soldiers assaulting a city. This session is a continuation of that, but with their actual high-powered court intrigue characters. So, without further ado, let us begin the High Court of Bay. Gazing upon the Empire map, you will notice that this is a lot of colors. These colors have meanings, mainly to differentiate provinces from one another. This is a large empire, and at the heart of it lies the imperial capital, which could get a name further on. The imperial capital has an astonishing 1 million people in it. That is absolutely massive by fantasy world standards. The entire empire has about between 40 and 50 million people, depending on state of famine's census and if goblins count as people that year. I would like everyone to do a small introduction and say who their character's name is and what they generally do.
All right, I guess I'll start. So my character's name is Mazgus Osawa, and he is an inquisitor in the court. He belongs to the Department of Internal Harmony. Yes, this is probably a good page to look at. So Internal Harmony is on the dark blue near the middle, right? And it's his job to find people to root out corruption, root out bad guys that are trying to do bad things to the country or to the people. And he's basically a legal hit squad, I guess, which is comprised generally just of himself, but also his gigantic rock named...
Which is a bird, not an actual stone.
Yes. I mean, rocks are typically roundish, so they can be confused for giant stones, but hey. And yeah, they go around and hunt people down, do that kind of thing. And you saw how horrifying that face was, so that's what he looks like.
Okay, well, why don't we go with Frosty? Or Ken.
Okay. So, the Prince Ruhan came to the court a few years ago following a slightly elongated but not overly bloody war with Ruha, which hadn't joined the Empire. We might want the map for this, actually. Maybe.
Oh, yes.
Not really.
Boom. Map.
Okay. Wow. Technology.
Yep.
So he came from there. He was the youngest brother of 3. His oldest brother started a war with the Empire and was brutally murdered by him, the youngest brother, this character. And he was exiled from his homeland. The middle brother took over, and he is taken as a sort of political pawn to the imperial capital, where I don't know how long ago that was, 3 months, 6 months, whatever. And he's done pretty much nothing since, or he had until about a month ago, when the previous ambassador to that country died under mysterious circumstances, and he became very useful to the replacement of that ambassador. So pretty much he just sits on the lower court and tells people things about his country.
Okay, well, then why don't we go with Matt?
So Timaeus is an Azamar. He comes from a small village that was destroyed in a bit of civil unrest due to a famine that the people blamed on his angelic heritage. And he is devoted to finding the instigators of the destruction of his village. So he was adopted by a noble and became a member of the civilian peace force. And basically, his job is to incite civil unrest so that the authorities in the empire can arrest the perpetrators.
He is effectively an undercover cop.
Exactly.
He also is a skald, so he's a
Yes.
mixture between a bard and a barbarian, and he can make his allies really fucking angry.
Yes. Filled with glorious rage.
Which gives them special magical powers, unlike real life.
Yes.
If only.
Okay. And Chelsea or Alexandra, which one of you wants to go?
I'll go.
Sure.
So my character is named Lalara Kaishi. She's a recent addition to the Court of Concubines. She comes from the mountains of Cran, which is like in the north, from like a pretty prosperous, like noble family that like basically does ore mining and manufacturing of weapons for the Empire. She looks human were it not for her very platinum hair. It's pretty much like silver. And she looks very young, beautiful, and that's sort of what caught the Emperor's eye, and she just spends her time crafting things.
Crafting things and being a nice witch.
Yeah,
so-
that too.
So, now it is time for Alexandra.
Okay, so my character is Saruman. She is a rogue, also a general, and specifically deals with assassins. And as the Empire expands, figures while they go in. So, like before the army goes in, killing the key figures, and then taking over with less trouble, one would say.
Mm-hmm.
Council.
Okay, so by their powers combined, these are the players. Now, it is time for us to speak about what exactly is going to happen this campaign. This is the first main session with the main characters. So, it all starts. This is a map of the palace. Lots of wonderful, vibrant primary colors. Please enjoy. So, in the central grounds, which are, well, the center, the Emperor has called a massive assembly of everyone in the court. The Emperor is a man named Ling Xiaobei, a 35-year-old human of mixed heritage, but people don't exactly know which is his heritage because he was originally born in the court of concubines. So he has been ruling for 7 years, but is still getting used to the reins of power that, well, controlling an empire of 40 million people gives. Calling everyone to the central grounds is a massive undertaking, and a literal army of servants, bureaucrats, and heralds is sent to every corner of the palace and the capital. All of you receive the summons wherever you are, be it in your workshops or in your taverns or in bed. They find out where you live, and so they can send you the summons. All of you gather in the central grounds. It is a massive open stone field, as it were. It's more like a parade ground, or regardless, it is completely flat except for the steps that lead up to the palace of the emperor. And here's where most of the major assemblies take place. Celebrations happen, parades, and feasts, all under the sky here in the central grounds. The emperor is in the palace, hidden by a series of screens and a small army of bodyguards. Because if anyone knows, emperors are one of the people who get assassinated quite often. Before everyone people are kind of split into degrees of importance to the empire. You guys are fairly close up. There is only a few ranks of people before you. Behind you is a massive lines upon lines of everyone else in the court, eventually ranging to, in the back, the lowliest of clerks and occasional guard. Before you see several people dressed in robes. They're shown to be people of the seer's court, diviners who help determine the best actions for the empire. A voice rings out, clearly magically enhanced, over the central grounds. Loyal citizens of the empire, people of the court, the emperor bids you to come before him today to show you a grand victory that is being won in foreign lands. Over the city-state of Naurun, where vile technologies and magics are being researched, our glorious army has gone to burn it from existence. We will show you its moments of demise. In the Emperor's infinite wisdom, we will show you why he has acted so righteously. The seer's court a wall of water starts rising from a series of assembled pots, and then then becomes still like a calm pond, but vertical. And Bonnet is projected a terrible image of a city that is burning, a city under siege. You see armies rushing out of it as two large dragons fight what appear to be a unending mass of tentacles. Before, around the city, you see trails of fire being dragged behind flying figures far too small to see on the giant scrying screen. Before your very eyes, the large dragon is injured and retreats. But then the city starts burning. A tornado of fire forms around the city and starts burning it to a crisp. You do not know how many lives this fire will claim, but you know that it is a mighty fire. All of you watch in relative silence. You can talk to people around you. They are your fellow court members, but most people are just transfixed in the grisly sight of seeing the death of a city. If no one wants to do anything, we will continue.
Yep.
The voice comes back again. Also magically enhanced, booming over the field. The city was experimenting in magics to bring creatures from beyond into our most sacred material realm. These experiments have been stopped, the creatures destroyed, and the citizenry punished for their sins against the heavens. It is as it should be. Hail to the Emperor. And the crowd responds with Hail to the Emperor, as is tradition. Effectively, there's a small... You guys are close enough to see the Emperor make some kind of hand movement. The speaker, who was an old, wizened woman, who has blue skin, goes back into the tent. The Emperor seems to speak to her, and then she comes back out. The Emperor, in his infinite glory, has decreed that there will be a day of celebration for the triumph of the real versus the unreal, of the righteous versus the impure. The feast will begin tomorrow. If you are involved in the feast, you will be given your orders shortly. Everyone, dismissed. And the speaker goes back into the veil. People start standing up and start trying to make their way out of the central grounds. There's a lot of people.
Oh no, we're in the front.
Yep. If you turn around, you see that the exits are going to be clogged for a while. Presumably, this is to allow people of your high ranks in the court to speak with each other while the rabble exits. But you also think that this might just be some logistical problem that they haven't bothered trying to fix. So, a day later, a grand feast occurs. You guys can have it in your own little groups. You guys aren't a party yet, though you might know of each other. Or you might know each other. I don't know. None of you have really put each other into your backstories. I don't think.
People would probably know of my character, but he may not know them. Just because, giant bird.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you do have a signature thing. Your bird is not allowed in the central grounds.
No.
People might know people would know of the war, and they might know that the prince was sort of kept as a pawn, but they might not know him in person.
Okay.
Or maybe they do. He's social.
And I assume Tamayos changes faces and places so often
Pretty regularly, yeah. Although Timaeus and Saruman have worked together in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, can people hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Lalara is pretty new, so she
might
made a
not be well known.
right. But she did make kind of a ruckus with the other concubines that have been there for a while.
So you're rather well known in the court of concubines, but maybe not outside of it.
Right.
Okay, and Alexandra, you are known as one of the, I guess, second tier generals.
Yes.
So people know of you, even if they don't know specifically what you do. Now, I'm going to say 6 months pass from this. Life in the court evolves. You start hearing, I need everyone to roll a diplomacy check, which is the equivalent of gather information.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you don't have it, roll your charisma, 1d20 plus your charisma modifier.
So for diplomacy, you roll 1d20 plus your total?
Yeah, plus the
Okay.
total.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of relatively high diplo numbers.
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys realized that this was a pseudo intrigue game.
Wow.
Oh,
It's not a fail. It's not a failure.
it's
No.
just
It's just
the
really.
lowest number.
It's just low.
Chelsea, you're relatively insulated from this news because you don't really have many connections with the Black Summoner's Court. But Alexandra and Frosty hear that the Black Summoner has fallen ill and has not been performing as many of his duties as usual. For context, the Black Summoner is the leader of the Black Summoner's Court, which deals with pretty much the monster problems. They regulate monsters, they capture monsters, they make use of monsters in military and civilian areas. The Black Summoner is probably, other than the voice of the Emperor, the second, one of the most powerful people in the court. Yes, one of the most powerful people in the court. The voice of the Emperor was the blue woman that you saw speaking. That pretty much is the Emperor's herald and speaks. And when she speaks, it is assumed that the Emperor approved of what she ordered. Okay. So 6 months. Moscus and Timaeus. Your two characters hear that the wounds were inflicted by whatever eldritch horror was in Naurun, that city-state that was burned down, and that the wounds have not healed despite the best efforts of the court's healers, who are some of the best.
That's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. You all also hear rumors that more people, the Emperor is ordering more people be exiled or punished or removed from the court than usual. And some of the reasons you're hearing are contradictory or just otherwise a bit strange. Or just seem like a very big overreaction on part of the Emperor. But most people assume that the people who got exiled or punished were doing something wrong and probably deserved it. It does not pay to question the Emperor too much, at least in public. All of you are, during the course of your day, receive a small invitation. It is sent by official magical birds that bear the seal of the voice of the Emperor. The birds find you, give you a small package, and then poof out of existence once their mission is done. This being a relatively normal day, all of you are in the capital. And you are likely doing whatever daily duties your job entails.
Paperwork.
Most of you will be dealing with some degree of paperwork. The package has a simple message. It says, I request a meeting of you. You can tell that this is from the voice of the Emperor because there is a seal on it. But you all can make linguistics checks or perception checks to see if this is some kind of elaborate forgery.
Sorry, which check?
Linguistics or perception, whatever you
Okay.
have higher.
Perception.
I imagine for most of you, perception.
Oh God,
Wait. Frosty, you don't have a plus to
Yeah.
perception?
I don't have any plus to perception.
You don't even
the
have
prince
ranks
is
in
not
it?
a wise person.
You don't even have ranks in perception?
Nope. That was not something I got. I had a lot of things to put points into.
Is perception a class skill?
Nope.
And
Oh. Okay.
it's actually a 0 bonus.
Oof.
Okay. Everyone but Snake. You look at this and this seems legitimate. You tested in all the ways you can without destroying the letter. And so the letter continues on, every single one of it says, I request a meeting of you tonight at the Temple of the Sun and Moon in the Imperial Hunting Grounds, just outside of the capital. You're requested 1 hour after sunset. Please come alone or bring and try to be subtle, the letter says.
Yeah, that
Snake.
sounds like standard Emperor business.
Mozgus's features harden as he slowly
Mozgus, you read this, and this is legitimate, and you don't know what to make of this. You're looking in every way, shape, and form that you know to see if this is somehow a trick, a ruse, but this is unless someone went into the voice of the Emperor's office, took all their stationery and forced the voice of the Emperor to cast effectively the magical messenger bird spell. You're pretty sure that this is the voice of the Emperor.
Well, the voice of the Emperor should know that subtlety is not my strong suit.
That's not something an undercover cop should really say.
Fair.
I'm a loose cannon.
Great.
I'm a maverick.
I did say come along, so I can't bring Jimmy with me, but he'll get his introduction soon.
Oh no.
Poor Jimmy.
I paid
This
10
is
whole gold
Jimmy.
for him, okay? He's got to be important.
He has a name. You should give him a last name. He might survive longer.
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
You have to reveal it later, though, so he gets double the hit points.
Mm-hmm. It's going to turn out that Jimmy is actually the cousin of the Emperor. This whole campaign will.
Will ultimately revolve around Jimmy.
Yep.
Okay. So, you receive this message probably at or before noon. Does the character continue your day, or how do you try to subtly go to this park, or are you going to go to this park?
I go to the park in disguise
Okay.
as an urchin.
I'm invisible.
Okay.
Oh, that's subtle.
Just,
Jeez.
yeah.
Good job.
I
I'm
assume
gonna go there.
you're still being stealthy and invisible just to make it hard for people to know. Okay.
Yeah, that would really help. I'm just going to go there, like, early. Like, 2 hours before I'm supposed to be there and wait. And if anyone asks, I'm just enjoying the view. And if anyone shows up, I'm still enjoying the view.
Okay. Snake.
Mozgus would probably show up 10 minutes late. And if anyone is paying attention, they might notice like I'm probably like 1,000 feet up is a bird just kind of looking down at first.
Can sorry.
He basically he's gonna scout with the mind link with his bird, and then walk over first, or after that. So he wants to see who's there.
You aren't
first.
gonna jump down?
No, he's not. He's not Havel the Rock.
You have a ring of feather fall.
I mean that's true, but he's not a flashy guy.
That's also not very subtle.
He probably just wear like
Okay.
zero landing.
I need
a
to go
simple
to a
cloak.
secret meeting. I'm gonna fucking go skydiving into it.
And if you do it fast enough, no one will notice.
No!
Put the ring on at the last second.
Mission Impossible.
I mean, I could actually cast invisibility on myself. I have that spell for free, but I'm not going to.
Excessive.
Because that's kind of hard to explain. I see.
Ian,
Yep.
can I use my orb to just scry through?
Oh yeah. You
Like
can.
set it up at the park and stuff?
Yes.
How early do you set it up?
As like right after I get the letter.
Okay.
Just keep it there until I get there. But no, it's invisible.
Oh, neat.
And it's made out of lead, so it's actually immune to most divination spells. Ah.
Place Jimmy in lead.
Yes, no one will
There
even know.
actually is a spell.
Well, see, that sort of defeats the purpose of Jimmy for me, if he can't be divined.
That's fair. That's fine.
There actually is a spell to cover someone in flexible lead.
Huh.
I know. Weird. So, we are... And, Chelsea, where are you going to physically be? Because scrying, you
but-
don't actually need to be near.
Oh, probably just in my workshop
Okay.
thing.
Chelsea, you are... Okay. So, Prince Ruhan, goes forth and you go to the park the earliest. Well,
Other than the
first,
person who puts up.
oh, actually, scry Pathfinder. I have not actually had too many of my players use scrying as a thing. So it lasts a minute per level, so you can effectively get 10 minutes worth of spying out of it.
Oh. If it's just 10 minutes worth of spying, I'd send it forth 10 minutes before I got there, and then I'd just arrive on time.
Okay. You can also teleport yourself there through the scrying.
Really?
Nah,
That's
no.
neat.
Yeah, well, because she can see the place, and if she can see the place, she can teleport there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll just not do that.
Okay, you don't want to be that flashy.
Yeah, I'll just walk there.
Okay. So, and I will actually need to do a little order. You know what? That looks like a...
Oh,
Yes?
Ian,
Mm-hmm.
can I cast... I have a spell...
Mm-hmm.
See invisibility.
yes.
Come on.
Can I do that? Before, like, while I'm scrying?
All divination spells, sensors full acuity. You cannot cast see invisibility
Okay.
through your orb. Sadly.
Oh, right. And just as a reminder, I've got, what is it? Soul Seer. So, as he says, he's looking around, enjoying the sights. He's just looking for anything he can't exactly see that's coming up.
Does it see constructs?
Nope, not constructs.
Okay, well then you aren't going to see it.
Nope. But anything
So-
else you're going to sneak up on with.
So Prince Ruha goes to the park. It's a nice park. It's well maintained. It has a bit of a wild feel, mainly because the Emperor still has some wild game. However, this close to the Temple of the Sun and Moon, you aren't going to have any of the dangerous monsters. And in fact, there aren't really any dangerous monsters into the Imperial hunting grounds until they take a monster and release it here to be hunted.
Mhm.
As a high stakes game. So you're leaning back on the tree and you're waiting. So when does the next person show up? Who's more than 10 minutes early?
I expect I'd show up fairly early because I'd want to scout it out.
Okay. I need to see Soul Seer.
It's the same as the Death Watch spell.
Okay.
But
Does Death Watch allow you to see something that's invisible?
yes, see if something is alive or dead or undead, whether visible or not.
Oh.
That's pretty useful.
I'm not sure if that's the exact word, but
Death Watch.
because I'd struggle to find a use for it if it couldn't. Unless I was looking for like a rat under the floorboard or something.
Oh, it's a 30-foot cone. So if someone actually gets near you, you can kind of just know if there's a living creature near your 30-foot cone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. So, Alexandra.
Yes.
To make. And so I'm going to move you too. Do. Actually,
Oh, there we go.
there we
Cool.
go. Not just gray nothingness. It's still sunlight, so you can see. Once night falls, I will put on the dynamic look.
So advanced.
So advanced. So, Alexandra,
Yes.
roll a stealth check.
Cool.
Your stealth is, I think, 25. You're invisible. Make a stealth check of 45.
If you're rolling against my perception, I don't think the roll is necessary.
You could roll to make her ego feel bad. But it's also for just general to know.
6 again.
Consistent. Damn.
Oh, I didn't beat her.
You were really trying to get seen.
You invisibly stalk through the forest, taking infinite care not to crack on twigs or rustle leaves unnecessarily. You pass by as a brief wind. You see Prince Ruha waiting under a tree. Where are you? Because Prince Ruha is not trying to hide.
Nope.
What's this like?
Who's eating like an apple?
Sorry.
I will hang out behind, like, in this bush.
Okay, question. Do the trees count as alive? Like, is that something I'm going to be detecting?
Fuck, I actually don't know. Because,
There might be.
again,
In this environment, it could be like a bird in a tree or like a
true.
earthworm or something, but
You can probably
I'm not sure
filter
if it's actually useful here. But if it was like underground or in a bar or something.
Okay, so there are alive things, but I'm going to say that you can generally tell something that's big and alive different from an earthworm that's alive.
Okay, excellent.
Because otherwise you're like, everything's alive. I look at my skin bacteria. There's everywhere. It's alive. So you notice, probably about an hour before the meeting, there's something there's someone hiding in that. There's life within 30 feet. I guess you start scanning around to see at what angle you stop being able to see the life. Alexandra, you see Prince Ruha start like twirling around in place.
He
He's
just
very
looks sort
pretty
of-
while doing so.
Yeah, he's got a robe that looks like flowing sand when he spins. It's very pretty.
You don't know if he's dancing or if he's.
Oh,
just
I can roll
bored.
dance to see if you can see that it's a dance.
Yeah, roll dance.
Okay, I have a +2 in this.
No, you have more than a +2.
Or +2. I put 2 points in it, but I have
Oh, okay.
13.
The fuck character did you make?
A great one.
One that
Also,
requires
Frosty,
fans.
roll a bluff check to make it.
Okay, this is what kind of character I made.
Alexandra, roll a sense motive check.
Oh, geez. Okay.
You have a
Let me
decent
just
bonus.
check this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prince Rula
This is the
does a
kind of character I
fantastic
made.
dance.
What are you talking about, Frosty?
That's my bluff roll.
Stupid high.
Jeez.
Nope.
So, for all intents and purposes, it just seems like he's starting to dance, and he's dancing pretty well. He is incredibly pretty to look at. Well, he has like 26 charisma.
Is that more than me?
You have 18.
Oh, balls.
So, I will say that of all of you, he is the prettiest prince who ever princed.
Hooray! That's the character we've made here.
So Frosty, you discover that there is a healthy, person-sized life force in this particular tree, but for the life of you, you cannot sense it otherwise.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make this come across as a normal thing, as like just a bored person frolicking through the woods would do. And just sort of like pick up a stick and throw it across, and like do that like 2 or 3 times towards some other trees, and then one straight at that square.
Can I dodge this?
He has
Probably.
to roll an attack roll.
This is not where I thought this was going today.
Nope.
But leave it to Frosty.
Derailer of sessions. It's great. So I guess I would have you roll an attack roll.
So that's 1d20 plus
reflex.
dex modifier.
Your base attack bonus plus your dex modifier. Your base attack bonus is probably like 4.
That sounds about right. Where can I find? Where did I put that?
Your dex modifier is probably
healthy
like
6.
2 or 3. 6? Oh yeah. You actually are very dexterous.
Okay, wait. Where on earth is BAB? BAB 4. Okay. Plus 10.
Technically, it's also -4 because it's an improvised weapon.
Okay. Well,
A stick.
did not get great results.
So, Alexandra, make a reflex save. It's the stick lands in your square. To avoid the
Is it-
stick. Well, it's because you're attacking her square.
Okay.
So, Alexandra, roll a reflex save. To avoid being sticked. Alexandra bends and twists, and the stick does not find its target. Your stick doesn't seem to hit anything.
All right. He's gonna throw a few more sticks, then sort of slump down next to the tree board again.
Does he throw sticks at the same tree or just different
No,
trees?
different trees. Gotta remain inconspicuous here. And I think I'm just gonna sit here watching, making sure that no one's coming, or that they don't come any closer for a while.
Okay. The next person who so the scrying orb shows up 10 minutes before the meeting.
I'll show up a half an hour before.
Oh, okay, half an hour before. So how are you? So you're just showing up as
I woke up as a little girl.
okay. You can actually do that. Of what race?
Of human race.
Okay, a little human girl. So, you're coming in?
Yeah.
You're a small girl.
And
Roll a disguise check.
okay.
to see if you move like a little girl or a fully trained 30 strength.
Oh, God, 30 strength.
only 26.
Okay.
Technically, if you're actually shape-shifting into a smaller form, you actually get +2 dexterity. Being a little girl.
Awesome.
Whatever your disguise is, it's +10 for that. Okay. Or is that also including the plus?
That's included in the +10.
Okay, well, Frosty won't be able to see through it. So
No.
So, Prince Ruha, a small human girl appears, not being like subtle at all, just skipping through the woods.
Can I make a knowledge local check to see if I know who he is?
It would be knowledge nobility.
Knowledge nobility. Oh yeah,
He is Prince.
true. Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you look. That is Prince Ruha. Generally considered in the court to be a bit of a fop. He is a political pawn taken from the desert of Ruha during their negotiations for a peace settlement between them and the Empire. They had a long stalemate war where the Empire would send an army, it would get lost, run out of food, and then have to leave. Because the deserts of Ruha are not forgiving places. Especially
Right.
because it seems like there's magic in the desert to punish people who are not part of the desert. That is
Right.
at least what the generals claimed. Prince Ruha himself is just known for his ability to dance, his use of a spear, and his rather strange ritualized form of combat. From his homeland, of course. And the fact that he's
Likeable, but
very
not
good
well
looking.
respected.
He's likable, but not well respected.
Okay.
You find him throwing sticks at random trees.
I walk up. I walk straight up to him and hold out my hand and say, "Oh, hello, Prince Ruha. Why are you throwing sticks at random trees?"
Okay. I
A
didn't.
little girl comes up. Roll a sense motive to see if you can.
No,
sense
that I have a few points in.
to see if you can sense that this little girl isn't who she says she is.
+10.
Should I roll a bluff check?
Roll a bluff check.
Okay.
So Prince Ruhan is great at bluffing. Can't tell lies though. Can't see lies.
Nope. Usually makes it up in divination spells. Speaking of which, do I have a good divination? I don't think I have a good divination spell.
You're gonna divine a little girl.
Well, see, it's
Do I hit her?
so it's a handshake, right? That's all I need to win anything, really. So I'm gonna cast Charm Person with the handshake with the little girl.
Why? Hello, my name is Prince. I'm enjoying. Actually, probably roll a. You don't sense that he's lying. You should lie as. What are you gonna say you're doing here in the park?
Oh, well, it's just such a lovely day out. I thought I'd see some of the scenery and found this nice, quiet little grove. What are you doing here?
Okay. I guess I should roll my sense motive.
Yep, and Frosty rolled bluff.
Okay, that's something. 33.
Is the sound at the edge too loud?
No,
That
no.
seems fine.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. It appears for all intents and purposes Prince Ruha is just being a normal flake.
Well,
But next into
You don't
that
even
handshake.
know if you don't even know if he's here for whatever strange meeting, or if he's just here because this is what Prince Ruha would do.
Do I roll anything to cast a spell, or do I just have the DC and they try to beat it?
You have to say, "Hey, Ian, I'm casting the spell," and effectively with another PC, which you aren't going to be often casting enchantment spells on other PCs, please, Frosty. But this first session, do you, as a little girl, do you take his hand?
yeah.
Okay,
Excellent.
roll a will save.
Save
What
DC
is the DC?
Okay, it's normally 20, but this is a willing touch, so I think they get -2 or.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
Similar.
because it's surprising.
Hmm.
Okay, so 7.
Oh,
Close.
that's with your. That's with your -2.
Yes.
Okay. The little girl resists charm person.
But
Do I know that
roll.
he did this?
Yes, let's look at the enchanted countries and rolls.
Because Charm Person is one of my spells. So
Yes, but he has specific things to make it. If the target succeed, roll your saving throw, your will saving throw again.
okay.
If you succeed on that, you'll know something happened.
Okay. And do I do -2 to that or
Yes,
okay.
exactly the same roll. You don't know he tried to cast a spell on you.
He's just being friendly.
He's just being friendly. He shakes her hand and wonders why you aren't being more friendly. But
Okay. I'm going to tell them to spin in place 3 times.
What?
Spin
Why?
in place 3
Why,
times.
why would I do that?
Okay. This is not a little girl. I don't think any little girl is treated that well said.
it's that.
That makes sense.
I just
That makes sense.
as I answer, I kind of just like tilt my head and bat my eyes.
Why would I do that? And you're like, something is wrong.
Mhm.
Can I?
You can
see-
tell. You probably can.
Yep. Now, Alexandra, you would have to roll a. Huh. Okay, so Frosty, roll a bluff check and a sleight of hand check, and anyone who wants to try to see if he casts a spell have to make a sense motive check and a perception check.
And win both.
If you win both, you know he cast a spell.
through Matt's disguise. I want to see if I can see through Matt though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah.
yeah. So you can roll a sense motive as the strange exchange happens in front of you. Little girls and princes dancing around.
Sounds very. It does sound fitting, though.
And pretty prince. Pretty prince.
Should I roll another disguise, or because I don't remember which one was my disguise?
One thing you can do, I think, for Roll20 is you put in the roll, or you put in like disguise.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. You can. I think you put disguise after, like +1.
That works.
So after you do the slash roll 1d20 plus whatever,
Then just write
Then-
this disguise. Okay.
Yep. just so that it can help you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good disguise.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Okay, that's GM rolling. So
Impressive.
don't worry about that.
Oh,
you laugh.
was that one of your
He
NPCs
laughs,
in here?
the tree
disguised as a
laughs.
tree?
That is that is a really good disguise.
Okay. So, Alexandra, I don't
Mhm.
think you see through the little girl's disguise either. You're getting increasingly concerned, though.
Yeah, I think my original disguise was 22.
Actually,
Maybe.
Alexandra, this little girl isn't a little girl. Her gait is wrong. So, someone who's pretending to be a little girl is talking with Prince Ruha, and Prince Ruha is trying to get them to dance.
But then he says, "You can tell a lot about a person by their handshake, and you're not who you think you are, or you're not who you say you are. You're not who you
Yeah.
whatever."
I smile. I take a step back and I take off my hat and bow.
Yeah. I roll my eyes to the tree.
You roll your invisible eyes.
Super effective.
Technically, if someone was invisible, they would be blind, but we don't go that realistic here.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. I assume you hear about a letter.
Yes.
Okay, so is the
From
person by the tree.
Voice of the Emperor.
Yeah, so is the person by the tree over there.
What? You feel, Alexandra, you have somehow been found out by this random twirling prince, and you don't know how.
I'm gonna make a mental note on that.
Ian, did the note say to come unarmed?
No.
Okay, then you see that I have a really huge gong on my back, and
God.
also a rather large hammer.
Do you use the gong on the hammer, or is they sort of separate
yeah.
utilities? Okay.
Well, they're separate, but I hit the gong.
That's
All
cool.
right. That's pretty good.
He is a battle gong.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Truly the most efficient bard weapon for battle.
Yes.
Like you couldn't even put on a cart with wheels. It's just
It's just attached. It's attached to a little flag bearer on his back, like the
That's great.
samurai of old, except it's a gong. And he's strong enough to totally carry like a 50-pound gong on his back.
I feel like that might be noisy as you're walking up in the disguise of a small girl.
He
the gong
actually
flapping back
physically
and forth.
changes his form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the gong melds into the little girl form. Which also means that when he takes off the hat, he just... how tall is your normal character? Like-
My character is 6'4".
Damn. That's a jump.
So the little girl just like goes from like 3 foot tall to like 6'4". An incredibly muscular man. What are you going to do, Alexandra? Are you going to show yourself, or are you just going to pretend you didn't say anything?
I am not going to show myself yet.
Okay. Okay, so some time passes. You guys can make small talk, but otherwise, I will keep things going. Okay, Snake, how early are you?
I'm late.
Oh yeah, you're late. Okay.
Like about
So
the
now-
about the time of meeting, the rock is gonna do a cursory glance around the area. It's not being
This
stealthy.
is an invisible orb being able to be controlled by Chelsea. It's blue because it's magical, but it's not actually blue because it's invisible. Chelsea, can you control that orb?
Yeah.
What power! So you can now bring that orb to where you want it to be. It can move up to 60 feet in a round.
Okay. I mean, it would just sort of sweep through in a
Yep.
circle.
I guess with I guess 10 minutes before the meeting, you
Yep.
just start scrying through.
Yep.
At your house, and at your workshop, you cast scry through, and as you move your orb through, you see two actually rather pretty men. Now that I think of it, because this Mr. Scald, you have 18 charisma.
Yes. Yeah, I have
Prince
18.
Ruha has 26. Just talking by a tree and occasionally directing a question towards a third tree that doesn't respond.
Okay.
So it appears like multiple people have been brought to this meeting. You can roll knowledge nobility to try to figure out the who's who of who's here.
Okay.
Okay, Chelsea, you recognize Prince Ruha. The general information I gave to the Skald, you also know. But you also look at the Skald and you realize that he is one of the most effective, I guess, people in the Department of Civilian Peace. So he's really good at suppressing riots. Starting them before they actually become dangerous and then suppressing them. So you do know who Tiamos is.
Okay.
You don't know who they're referring to when they keep talking to the tree.
Okay.
You can't see her.
I mean, the person in the tree can move so that at least, no one's pointing at her. But I
What
suppose I
would
could
you
just use
expect me to move?
that. You raise a good point.
Okay. So, sweeping your sensor through, you find wildlife. You find you can through your orb. You can cast detect magic, or you can even cast message, which is a small level 0 spell that allows you to whisper a message and receive whispered replies. Effectively, you can walkie-talkie people. And it targets one creature per level, so you could be like, you guys are nerds! You don't have to.
Fantasy trolling.
Yeah, I wouldn't really have a message.
Okay. So, the meeting starts getting to happening. The meeting time ticks down. Prince Ruha,
Mhm.
the tree you're laying on shifts.
Oh, God.
And becomes a blue woman. She says, "It's been a while since I've had someone like you resting on me."
Oh, God.
She laughs a bit. And she goes, "Oh, I don't usually get to joke."
Well, nice
It's
to
all
meet you.
serious business.
I compliment her on her magical disguise.
She goes, no one ever suspects the trees.
Well, I'll make a note of that for next time. Handshake with the trees.
She laughs. She goes, now, I wonder where the rest are. Where
Well, there's one in that tree.
She looks at that tree and she says, oh, I understand why that one's hiding. It's part of their nature. But they don't need to reveal themselves as long as they can hear me. Move a twig if you say yes.
The twig wrestles.
Good, good. Now, she starts looking around.
My character should arrive on time.
Okay. And how are you going to try to come to this subtly? You're asked to, but you don't have to.
I mean, is walking there just not subtle enough? Because I guess what I could do is I could just push this behind a bush and then teleport to it.
Oh yeah. You're like, okay, it looks like it's legitimate enough. You guys hear a small and stepping out from behind a tree is actually you two. I would have you roll a knowledge nobility check.
Okay. Oh yeah, I had to put points in that.
Yes, you did. You vaguely recognize her as part of the court of concubines, but you don't usually speak with them.
It's that second one.
Okay. You also recognize her as someone in the court of concubines. You don't know her name. She hasn't made a big name for herself outside of the court of concubines. I guess, do you just walk up to the meeting, or do you stay a respectful distance? What do you do, Chelsea?
No, I'll just walk up.
Okay, you can move your character up. You move your character up, and she goes, ah, wonderful, wonderful. I was wondering when there would be more. And she says, there's one final person. Knowing them there.
I basically reply politely that I hope I did not keep you waiting.
Oh no, she pulls out a small device exactly on time.
The only person exactly on time. Everyone else is very early or very late. A little bit late.
Snake.
Yes.
Have your bird roll perception check.
Wow, that's actually really good for him. Her.
There appears Havel? Yeah. Now your bird looks down and finds itself oh yeah, you can actually I actually don't know if you can do this. At the very bottom where you would put in the roll, is there a small thing that says as?
Oh yeah, I can't change myself. Yeah, you're right.
So you could actually say as bird, but you don't actually have to.
Okay.
Because you've put per bird. Your bird sees that there seems to be a small meeting of about 4 people. can't really see the details that much, but your bird sees that there is a meeting.
All right, fair enough. Mozgus will just walk on in a cloak. Nothing fancy. Not exactly disguised, just something to cover the face a little.
Okay, so Mozgus will come into the middle of this explanation. So I'll tell you when you get in.
Sure.
The voice goes, well, he will either arrive or he won't arrive. And if he doesn't arrive, well, then bad things might happen. Regardless, hello, hello. As you might know, I am the voice of the Emperor. But I am also an envoy of balance. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means that I have a sacred duty to stop the extremist forces of the Outer Planes from finding too great a foothold upon this material realm. Now, I bring this up not because I want to toot my own horn, and there's much to toot, she says, but because there is a threat to all that we know and all that we care for. Regardless of what it is, she looks at each of you and the tree. You must understand, Snake, you come into the conversation.
Perfect.
Let me make you token light. Ah! You have arrived. Hello. She waved. Come. We'll need your rather brooding presence.
Okay, what's her name again? What's the
voice.
The voice?
The voice. Yep. If she has a name, no one uses it. People use her title.
Greetings, the voice.
Yes. As I was explaining to the others, there is a grave threat to our empire and all that we hold dear. And this includes whatever extremities, people, whatnot. She sort of does a hand wave as she says whatnot. You see, I fear the Emperor is ill. The Emperor is ill with something that we cannot fix. Magics are very powerful, but when the disease is one of the spirit, of the mind, spells are not as effective, unless a spell caused it to begin with. I fear that this is not the case. She pulls up a small box, a small wooden box. She opens it and you can see on the inside there's lead and then another wood casing. So there's like a layer of lead in it. She opens, she takes out a document. She shows the document, and it appears to be some kind of memo or letter. And she starts reading it out. She crosses out something. It appears like that's her actual name. She crosses it out before you guys see it. I command you to find. I have been trying to purge the ranks of the court of the vile traitors, hypocrites, cultists, the shadowy forces that plague my capital and my empire. I have a list below of people who I suspect are in league with the vile forces meaning to destroy the very empire as it stands. I need you to figure out how to most appropriately deal with them, as they are rather high in the court. If I take all of them out at once, too much chaos might erupt. But if I let them continue to be, chaos might happen anyway. Please advise me. Seal of the Empire. She shows you the list. All of you are on it.
Oh.
She goes, I have independently investigated all of you. You are not traitors. You have some of your own opinions, some things that are maybe more disgraceful than others. But you ultimately help the Empire far more than you harm it. And so, this meeting has a twofold purpose. The first is to warn you that the Emperor is ill with an illness of the mind or spirit, and that he is making decisions that I'm trying to filter, but ultimately decisions that will harm the Empire. Second is that he thinks all of you are traitors, and that I am trying to deflect him, but he wants me to deal with you. She shows you. And just in case you get the funny idea, she says, if I die, all of my efforts to protect you will be for naught, and the Empire will find you. If you try to run from the Empire, you would have to run to a very far place before the Empire would stop. All of you are too important to the Empire, too critical for them to just let you go. She looks at all of you. So, I have a request, my dear people of the court. We need to either find a way of curing the Emperor, or replacing the Emperor.
Can I make a knowledge ability, or would I need to make a knowledge ability check to know who would be next in line?
You can roll a knowledge and ability check to figure out. Actually, no, none of you do. This is relatively common knowledge. It turns out that the Empire doesn't have a direct line of succession. What they choose is the best, the High Court, with a few other very high-ranking officials, decide on which of the heirs in the Court of Concubines will lead the Empire best, through a judicious use of divination spells, tests, brutal Game of Thrones-esque power plays, whatnot. Some emperors, there's just been a clear heir, and the emperor's disinherited all the rest so that the others don't. Effectively, there isn't a bloody contest. There just is an heir. This emperor has not. If the emperor is removed right now, civil war probably would erupt. Also, actually, you guys can roll knowledge nobility for some of the other details.
Pardon? For some of the other what?
Knowledge nobility.
For some of the other details is what he said.
For some of the other details.
Sure.
Damn.
Oh. Okay. I don't actually know if you can make a knowledge nobility check there, Snake, if you don't have any ranks in it.
I have 1 rank in it.
Okay, so you can. So, Snake, well, Prince Ruha, you never really cared about how the new emperor was chosen. You just assumed that the current emperor would reign for long enough, and someone would tell you who the Mazgas, you vaguely recall that there are currently 4 children that are of the emperors, and none of them are currently, the oldest of which is 12. So not fully is 4 children. Yeah, looking at my notes. Oldest is 12. Youngest is 2.
Oof.
So he has 4 children. He hasn't actually. He's been ruling for 7 years, but he hasn't been the most. He hasn't been a bad ruler. He just hasn't been a brilliant ruler. The 12-year-old would be a hard sell if the emperor died, and would likely either have a regent, or you don't really know what else might happen. For people who got 30 and above, you realize that there, in ancient times, there's been at least 3 times where the emperor has died with where the emperor or empress has died with no heir. And the court, instead of searching for cousins or second cousins or whatnot, usually creates a new dynasty and elects a new emperor or empress to start a new, to inherit the kingdom. So 3 times in the history of the empire, there has been a dynasty change.
Okay.
So as she says this, you know that these are rather extreme options.
Yeah.
So the entire court can't cure this emperor.
What
What
I have tried the strongest healing magics. The emperor has a disease beyond it. We would to cure him, we would have to find an artifact or hope that he cures himself, she says. She doesn't seem very convinced.
What kind of artifacts?
Well, I have been doing some research, and you'd have to speak with the Archivist of the Aeons. She gives you a contact.
Okay.
She also says, regardless of if you want to try to cure the Emperor or not, you might want to gather artifacts of power anyway. It appears like you are currently under fire by the Emperor's paranoid mind.
Sounds like it. I will have to do research.
Yes, she gives you. She says, "I have brought this information to all of you at once so that you might try to coordinate your efforts. A single twig," she takes a twig, "easily breaks." She breaks it. Twigs together, she takes more. Don't break as easily. She still breaks all of them. She then throws. Yeah.
Can I do a sense motive to make sure she's not
Oh,
leaving anything out
roll,
or being suspicious?
Roll sense motive. Yeah.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
You start, and she. Okay. You can sense that she has laid the bare bones of the situation in front of you. you know that she knows some more details, but you don't know if you'll be able to extract them from her at this point. She is sincere, and she is honestly trying to find a way of defending the Empire. She says, all of you must understand, I have a vow, a familial gios that follows me through my reincarnations as the voice, that I serve the Empire. Every time I die and get into a new body, I have the same compulsion. It is a burden I willingly took, as I remember my past lives. But I serve the Empire, not the ruler. And what I do is so that this mighty nation, she mentioned, she does a motion around her, will survive the coming conflicts and dark times. Because without this nation, the outside forces, be it from the outer planes or from other countries, but primarily I'm concerned about angels, demons, monsters, unknowable things. Without this empire here as an anchor, this material plane could fall prey to their machinations.
I think to myself, that's racist.
Do you actually say anything about that?
No.
She looks at all of you and says, if you think for one moment that if every demon or every angel could just change the heart of every mortal to their desire, that they wouldn't do it? She looks at all of you. I thought not. But we shall have to talk when there are more details to be discussed and events continue. But for now, gather power, introduce yourselves, and try to survive.
Is there no... Has anyone tried to reason with the Emperor? I know he's sick, but has anyone...
I do so every day. I am the filter that stops the worst of his condition from affecting the Empire. I use my position as the voice to modify his commands so that they are not as damaging as they could be. And thus I do not want to leave my Emperor's side too long, lest he make an edict that bans all potatoes from the king. Or says that an eighth of every village's rice must be made into a giant sculpture. I stopped that one, she said.
Oh, goodness.
Oh boy.
Well, that...
Hundreds of thousands would have starved. This is why I can do small meetings, but I must maintain my vigil.
Have you grouped up any other people? Is this your first attempt?
This is my first attempt because you're the first ones that were put on the list that actually had any power. She says, and if all of you fall, your departments will likely start experiencing chaos, confusion, and maybe civil. And maybe your removals will lead a chain of causality to the civil war I most fear. I want you to live. I want you to thrive. I want you to help the Empire. Do you have any questions? My time is short.
How are we able to contact you if we need to?
Very good question. She says. She pulls out 5 spheres. She hands one to each of you and then tosses one towards the tree that Alexander is in. Do you catch it?
I catch it.
The moment you catch it, it turns invisible. Because it's part of your equipment. She goes, if you crush this sphere, you will be able to send me 25 words, and I will be able to send you 25 words back. Try not to do it all at once. With that, we can arrange another meeting. Try not to speak with me too much in the public eye.
Has he given a timeline on when to
I
deal
have
with us?
managed to divert him from giving a timeline.
Could you erase our names and put in fake ones? And
I will see what I can do, but each one of you has a feature that he distinctly remembers.
that's a problem.
So it is more difficult. When he says, bring me the Inquisitor with the giant bird, I cannot say there are many Inquisitors with giant birds. When she points towards Chelsea and she says, bring me my icy concubine. You are the only one, she says. And with you, she points towards the tree. When he says, bring me Marinette, she doesn't actually say anything. Just noises. You're the only one shifty like that. Same as for all of you. Especially you, pretty boy. She points towards Frosty.
All right. Well, sounds like it's time to get rid of your bird, bud. I'm sorry. With like a shoulder pat.
I'm gonna.
You're shoulder patting her?
No. I'm shoulder patting. Wait. I'll get the name.
Mozgus?
Mozgus. That's the one.
Mozgus simply turns his head and stares you right in the eye. Intimidate.
Frosty, you feel intimidated, but Mozgus, you need to roll a will save.
I'm not
Is
trying
it-
to.
Oh,
I'm not actually casting a spell. I'm just, actually consoling him on his loss of. On his hypothetical loss of bird.
okay. So, Frosty, you feel you flinch a little bit, but you can finish your action. It's just a lot more trepidation.
It's like petting a very angry dog on the head.
Do you actually pet him on his head?
No.
Okay, good.
That would be a
Because
bit much.
I don't want the first combat of this to be player.
What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier
Yeah.
is 0.
Oh, okay. So you're shaken. You're actually shaken, right?
God. What does Shake do again?
-2 to ability checks, attacks, skills.
Damn. That is brutal.
So,
We'll think twice before doing that again.
the envoy says, I must go now. She
Oh, wait. One last question.
yes.
Were you the tree there that entire time?
Oh, I swapped places with the tree.
Okay,
tree
so
was
there's a tree in your office right now?
She thinks about it. She says, I think it's in an extra dimensional space. Don't worry about it. The mechanics get confusing.
Ian, dynamic lighting.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Dynamic lighting. As she disappears.
Yay.
It turned to night.
Yeah, pretty much she disappears. She has to meet you at sunset, so it was twilight, and now it's
I see.
darkness.
Darkness.
So, you're left with a tree that was a woman in a woods.
I mentally call my bird down.
It starts descending.
I make a mental list of all the artifacts that I might know about.
Okay. Don't worry. By next session I will have a list of the possible ones you can start investigating.
Okay.
So, okay, are you guys have now been thrust into a situation.
Um,
How will you respond?
Well, it appears we are all on this together. Even though I don't know most of you, I have heard of you before. So at this point, I think we have to do this together. There's no reason for us to split up, because he might send guards after us individually.
Sounds
I
fun.
agree.
I come
Brand,
out
do you
of
think
my
the place
tree.
is open? Oh. I was going to say, do you think the Artificers Guild is open this time of day?
Most likely not.
Okay. I'll have to wake them.
I'm coming out of my tree.
Oh, you come out of your tree? Do you turn
Yeah.
visible?
When I get a bit closer to everybody, so I just like appear.
You probably scared the shit out of most people.
Wait. What was your stealth check?
Roll your stealth check plus 25.
Damn,
Yep.
Wow.
it's crazy.
So you don't sense her until she makes herself visible. You're kind of disturbed by that.
Oh, hello, Saruman.
Hello.
I guess the three, Chelsea, Snake, and Frosty could roll knowledge nobility to try to figure out if you know who this Sarah. Especially, it's easier because you know a name.
Skulking as usual, I see.
Mozgus, you don't know who
Nope.
this person is, but Prince Ruhan, you know that this is one of the generals in the War Council, but this is one of the shifty ones that doesn't make any public appearances.
I imagine the prince made some mental notes of what the various assassins of this empire were before the war started. His old
Yeah, she is one of the better ones.
war. Okay.
And Lalara,
Lalara.
I will stop throwing random eyes. Lalara, you know that. Oh, okay.
It's because her dad's about to turn full ghost. Full
Poltergeist.
poltergeist.
Yeah.
His head's gonna start twirling on his neck, and he's just gonna shout pee vomit. Like,
what?
pea
He's
colored
gonna
vomit.
shout pee vomit? Pee on his
Okay, so the carnies are home. Oh, true.
I need to go for like 3 minutes just to move my laundry. I'll be back
Okay.
quite shortly.
Lalara knows that this is.
Do I know Mozgus?
I'm gonna say that knowledge check was for both.
You've definitely know that.
You have heard of Mozgus, because Mozgus is not subtle. Mozgus rides around in a giant bird, and when there's a problem, he has the giant bird take off the roof of a building so he can start arresting people.
Okay, but no one's heard of me.
They know you're a part of the Court of Concubines, they just don't know your name or details. Also, you know Saruman as one of the generals, mainly of scouts, assassins, and spies. You feel better in knowing that she isn't against you. But probably that goes the same for everyone here. Except you probably don't know this rabble-rouser guy. He's just forgetting if you do. But also, I think two of my players, one is muted and the other is laundering.
Money laundering?
Yeah. Well, it costs money for him to launder, so probably. Actually, I don't know if it's a pay launder.
I don't know
we'll
his
have to ask
life.
him. Well, he keeps moving every 6 months.
So I hold out my hand to Lalara and say, "Hello, my name is Timaeus. Seems like we're going to be working together."
I like reach out my hand like for him to kiss the back of my hand, like a noble lady. And I like just sort of tip my head, and I introduce myself. I am. Fuck, what's my last name? I am Lalara. See, I can't even say it right. Lalara Kaishi of the Court of Concubines.
It's nice to meet you. I'm the rabble rouser.
Ah, the pleasure is mine. I'm all proper. This is such a different experience than Xiaomi.
It is.
Although I might enjoy Xiaomi a little bit better.
It doesn't mean that you can't have a wild side that you occasionally let out.
And battle.
But
Can't
But
bite off helicopters in the Court of Bay.
No. But you
That's
can cause like a terrifying winter.
From what I've heard about your character, you can make a tiny miniature robotic helicopter and eat it. Maybe not the eat it part. But,
bite.
well, if you want to bite off a helicopter.
Oh. Okay.
I'm back also.
Okay,
No.
is Alexandra back?
no, she's counting money.
Carney money.
Okay.
Filthy money.
Probably. Who knows what happened to those tokens? Got them. Okay, so the question here is that I have a little bit more planned, but if people are feeling very tired, we can start next session. Start that next session.
I'm okay to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good to keep going.
Okay.
One second. Chelsea, when's our thing? 10:30?
Yep.
Okay. So
Okay.
we have a hard time limit.
You have a hard limit. That's fine. We will work with that hard limit. Oh yes. Now,
Well, Alexandra is counting money. I'm gonna get a beverage.
yeah, I think I'm
That sounds
also. Let's have a small break, everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Be back in like 3 minutes.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. We're taking a break for people to get drinks and stuff.
Cool. I'll be right back again then.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I actually think the average charisma of this group is somewhere along the lines of like 14. I'm forgetting what Ceremon's is.
Which is good because we're all very pretty people.
Hmm.
Okay, back for real.
Okay. We'll see if everyone else is back for real. Snake! Snake!
So my audio is probably going to go in and out for a bit just because,
They're talking, yeah. No
Yeah.
worries.
and everyone here is super loud.
Well, that's okay. Are we on speaker?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I have you
damn.
in headphones.
Okay, just because I would want to, scream at them,
France?
Oh, Frosty. You here? Well, Snake is away.
I guess we should explain the significance of this song to Matt.
Yes. So, Roll20 used to have a feature where you could just throw music that was on SoundCloud and play it on Roll20, and all of my players could hear it. And so I used the song to get people's attention. Things had gone off course. But also, what did it mean to you there?
I'm back.
Yeah. So Snake and Alexandra. I
Yes.
guess Frosty could also answer that question if he returned.
I've returned.
What is he?
What do you think the significance of me playing gay bar was?
I don't remember any, I know you used it a whole bunch of times. The only time I actually remember is the time we were in an actual gay bar.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
the first time we used it. And it's
Yeah,
oh
that
yes,
was-
the Glittering Hills.
yeah, the glittering
Sorry.
glittering
No,
caverns.
it was the Fabulous Hills and the Glittering Cavern.
yeah.
Snake and I played poker with a bunch of people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. In a town that was almost all gay people, I went searching for bear traps, literal bear traps, but that's a dangerous string of search terms.
Yeah, that was kind of glorious. And effectively, occasionally I've played that song to remind people.
Also, that song's amazing, and the music video is even better.
The video is quite amazing.
No, but I think the best part is how easily you can, not let on that it's a gay bar. You can say, "Oh, there's some people in dresses here. We assume it's mages, and there's people in tight leather, and we assume they're rogues, and it's all completely normal until it isn't."
So everyone's here.
Yes.
So I guess make introductions if you want to, or just. Because all of you have been trying to figure out what you know.
So, for those of you who do not know me, I am Mozgus. And my companion that you may have seen, and you may know a lot better than me, and Mugskus gestures as the rock lands down beside them.
Let me do that. I got this. I got this.
You got this, man.
Oh no! Oh yep, there it goes.
It appears to be on fire a bit.
Okay, that is a placeholder. It is not on fire.
That seems unhealthy.
Boom! Your rock lands.
The populace has come to calling Black Talon, and he gestures toward the talons, which are black. It's very creative. It has other common people. You know, it happens.
Well,
You may have also heard of rooftops, or seen rooftops missing on occasion in the outskirts. Sometimes people are very difficult to get to. So my companion here, she takes the roof off with her claws. That's usually what people remember the most.
Ah, you're the bird guy.
Yes, or the Birdman, as others have called me. It's very flattering, and I am not insulted. I assure you.
Roll
And
a bluff check.
and he just
Snake.
he just kind of glares a little. It's
Okay,
obvious
so
he's not. It's obvious he's not lying, or he's being clearly sarcastic. And most of my position is to hunt down criminals or people who are harmful to the court, which I guess at the moment would be us, according to the Emperor. But I think I'll let that one slide.
Gracious.
Thanks. So wait, how do we know you're not a spy?
Are we going to just go around accusing each other of being spies when we're all called here by the voice herself?
True.
So, Lalara seems a bit taken with the bird and just sort of interrupts as she says, marvelous creature. You say the locals call it Black Talon, but do you have a different name for it?
Well, yes, actually.
For her.
Her name is Akane.
Ah, beautiful.
Okay.
We'll just wait for tomorrow.
She just continues to stare.
Okay.
The bird kind of eyes everyone. Makes those bird head movements from time to time as it kind of gets a better view on things.
Okay, I've changed the character name for the bird.
Thank you. Okay, there we go.
My name is Timaeus.
Tomias Funke? Just kidding.
Oh.
Just
Alexandra got it. No, I didn't. I said that meta-wise. Have you seen in Arrested Development?
No.
Oh, there's a character called Tobias Funke.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So yours is it's just okay.
It's all good.
It's very witty.
Hmm.
Okay. Yes, Matt, you have been told you're watching Arrested Development.
Uh-oh. Okay. The common people call me the rabble rouser because I happen to put myself in places that might possibly be convinced to rebel and then crush it from within. I also
Okay.
have a hat, and I put my hat on, and I transform into an elf.
Okay. Generic nondescript elf.
Yeah, generic nondescript elf.
Okay.
Take it off.
I may have worked indirectly with you before. Your name does sound
Possible.
familiar.
Yeah, both of you are part of the court of, effectively the court of justice. The Council of Nine, which is the law and order part of the.
Dun dun.
I was waiting for it.
Enhance.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So whenever I mention the Council of Nine, I will have to right after. And so, okay, so Mozguz has introduced himself to the other character. Our dear rabble rouser has.
Okay, I think it's safe to talk again. It's quiet.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can talk by saying what your character would say about yourself.
I don't really think she would be the type to give away much information about herself.
Well, then, what small information do you give about yourself? I murder good. Ha ha. Invisible.
Stealth and walk away. That'd be a great character
Well, I
for
guess
social interactions. Just
Many die. Everyone does.
Well, I guess this isn't the way I usually spend my evenings.
Is that all you say?
That's all I say.
the small talk. It's perfect. But like,
So, how's the weather?
Dark.
Dark, like my soul, and my blades after I gore people.
and this bird's talents.
Yes, I get it.
Dark.
Her talons are black. It's natural.
No parents. We can't be too serious in these types of things. Otherwise, why do we do them? Okay, so you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves. Everyone roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
And Moscus was just about to get on his bird, too.
20 plus 0 that I remember. That's easy to remember.
I see everything.
I see a rock.
Actually, no. I rolled out to the wrong person. Shit. That's
Oh.
Moscus, not Akane. Akane can't see shit despite being a bird. Animal companions get shit for skills. I think it's bullshit.
Okay, so perception 30. Okay, so
I need to get something for perception next time we get some gold.
yes, you do. Your perception skill is literally the lowest it can be without it being negative. So,
I mean, I considered putting my wisdom score as my negative. Oh, no, wait, none of my scores are negative. That's right.
yeah. I gave you a stat thing so you wouldn't have to choose a negative score.
Mm-hmm.
Tamayos, Saramin, and our dear Mozguz. You all hear rustling in the bushes around you, but not the immediate ones, like nearing the effectively the edge of this map, so that is 70-ish feet away. You hear multiple rustlings.
Great.
It appears like someone was drawn by the bird coming down.
Can I do a swift action?
You three, so you guys can warn everyone if you hear something or you
Someone's
don't.
approaching.
And I say, yeah. Mosgus gestures in the direction of the sound and puts 90-foot dark vision on his bird.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm gonna have to alter your bird's goddamn vision.
And I'm gonna keep switching it back and forth because fuck you.
Okay.
Can only I see that?
I guess I go back to being invisible.
If you were invisible.
do we have like a standard action right now, or is it?
I'm gonna say you all have a round because some of you succeeded
Okay.
on the perception check.
Prince Ruha appears to play with one of his many rings, the one with the ruby on it, and eventually musters a spell of fiery runes on his spear, which was laying by the tree.
I
Okay.
take out my my hammer and prepare to and start to sing my rage.
So when you're singing your rage, are you like, is this a litany of your ancestors? Is this just primal screams? Is this a like rabble rabble fight the power kind of thing?
Yeah.
Do
That one.
rabble rabble fight
It's-
the
well,
power?
it's-
Rabble rabble.
It's a Roro fight the power.
Yeah,
But hey.
he's a rabble rouser.
Yeah, but TTCL, man. Can't not.
So,
What does that do? What does rage do?
Rage. If you accept rage into your heart, you get. Let me see.
+4 strength, +4
4
con.
Yeah, and also +3 will, and -1 AC.
If I accept rage into my heart, will that screw anything up?
No. You'll just get more hit points.
Cool, then that's
And a better will save. What?
probably a good idea.
Also, what this does.
Also, if you are injured, you get 4. You get fast healing 4.
Damn.
So you get 4 hit points back per round. And you forgot my favorite part.
Rage powers.
Yeah. So he took superstition. So everyone will get +4 on their saves against spells. Or
On top
everyone
of the
who
will.
rages.
On
Yep,
top of the
on
will.
top of the will.
On
Damn.
top of the will.
You'll do 3 extra damage to things that can cast spells. And you can do a CMB check
To sunder a
and
spell.
sunder spells. So you can... Your bird can actually, instead of grappling, it can sunder a spell.
That's pretty cool.
Also, once per rage, you can get +10 to a CMB, a CMD, or a strength check.
Once per what?
Rage.
Okay, so once per encounter, basically.
Yeah, once per encounter. So yeah, boom. None of those apply to you, Chelsea, because you can't rage, because then you can't cast spells. If you're frothing mad, you can't cast spells.
Okay. Can I
You can cast Wreath of Blades if you want. You could cast...
No, can I move my where's my
Oh,
Can I use my orb again?
Yeah,
no?
it's you can order it to go somewhere.
Can I make it go in the direction that
I made
the
your orb
sound-
give you some light. Yeah, so the sound, your orb goes over there. You can also cast a spell on yourself to yourself. Not. Oh yeah. So something like Wreath of Blades or a defensive spell, or you can just start making this a winter wonderland.
Hold on.
Yep.
Nope.
So while she's figuring out what spell, everyone else says. So we have Rage, we have Fiery Runes, we have Bird.
Shouldn't I do my scrying through it, or is that just automatic?
Your scrying has you cast your scrying. You saw through it. It's been more than the 10 minutes your scrying was active.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
I have the frosty problem. I can't get my guy on my bird.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you have to delete Mozgus and me? Put him back in?
No, there
Is it like the,
should
it's
be
like the
better
order?
now.
Yeah.
Turns out that I can just make people front or back.
Can you group things?
Well, once you're together, you can just
I have to click and drag first, yeah.
click and drag. Yeah,
Oh,
I can't group things.
Okay,
You'll
that's
just
fine.
have to click and drag. And it's probably best for you to click and drag because I can actually affect every other token. So,
Fair enough. And then, yeah, Mozgus will get onto the bird. Get the lance out. Which was on the bird. Also, I should point out that the bird has a lot of, like, baggage on it. There's, like, a lot of saddlebags and a lot of luggage-looking things that looks like it should probably weigh it down to some point, but it doesn't. And even when Mozgus, probably a 6-foot man, fairly large, like, climbs up and jumps on, the bird doesn't actually move. As if Mozgus was weightless to the bird. Like, even on a horse, when you jump up on a horse, the horse, like, shifts and moves. The bird didn't move.
Bird don't give a shit.
Hmm.
So, out of the darkness. Let's see. Shit, I don't have it. Oh no. One moment, I have to find the right music. I know what it's called. Okay. Okay. I don't want it to be too loud. Stepping out of the darkness is a bunch of... Boom. A bunch of cowled figures in various black and dark clothing. They step out into some of your visions.
I see everything.
So, some of you can't see very far because, you know,
Yeah.
light sources. So, you see a bunch of people. They are armed and they seem intent on at least one of you. You don't know which one. I need everyone to roll initiative. So initiative should be on your sheet.
Hey,
Nice. Wow.
Where?
Whoa.
So, for you, initiative is probably your dexterity modifier. The smaller number.
There was a
One?
initiative box. It's underneath the defense, but above the saving throws. It's the black boxes on the right.
Okay.
Do you see it, Chelsea?
Nope. Oh,
so look at your
wait,
fortitude
yeah.
save. Yeah, you see it.
I just have one.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Is that normal?
Can be.
And it's 14, and then so the person who gets to go first is Muskas.
Okay, so these people they look like bad people. Their weapons are drawn, I assume?
Their weapons are drawn.
Okay. Then the Inquisitor will not hold back. So bird, swoop that way. So, I'm going to have Mosgus lance the one on the bottom, and the bird is going to try and claw the one on the top. So I'll go with him first. So, fighting on mount with high ground, blah, should be
Technically death from above.
death from above for the bird, not for me, or not for Mosgus.
only-
It's different, yeah,
Ah.
because that's a
okay.
monster feat. Only monsters can do that. So, lance.
Justice.
Justice. Okay.
Goddamn.
You hit.
Perfect. And here's
Ugh.
damage. And I rolled very poorly.
The ninja isn't dead, actually.
Well, it's because I rolled like a bitch. But anyway. And then the Talon hit. So this is the bird going for the top guy.
Okay.
Hope that's a fucking hit.
That is a hit. Is that the bird raging?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a grapple. I apologize.
Yeah.
This is the claw. That's the claw.
You hit.
Want me to re-roll that
No,
grapple?
just take the top one as the grapple.
Okay.
The guy's grappled.
Oh, and damage.
I'm gonna throw the net thing. Eddie's action music just disappears too quickly. If you guys have battle music you want to hear, just let me know.
Just do the 2 steps from hell.
Oh yeah, the two. Unfortunately, with every new game, I have to
Oh,
two
okay.
steps from hell, but that's okay. So is there a particular 2 steps from hell that you like?
Nah, just pick one of them. They pretty much all will all work the same.
Okay. So that ninja is grappled.
Okay, and the charge will continue upward.
I'm going to give you the ability to move this ninja.
Okay.
So you can just move as a unit.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So we're gonna go up, and so it was 30 feet. Let's say to 60. And so 60. And then he's gonna go up 100.
Yeah.
So he's
up 100.
Up 100. However, whatever angle, I don't really know what you need there.
You'd have to roll a fly check to go up higher than a 45-degree angle.
Okay, then we'll go up to 60 feet.
Okay. We're going to figure out this whole flying
Yeah.
thing.
So he's off the screen technically 60 feet
Yeah.
up in the air with a
Okay.
probably scream.
Ah! It is now Prince Ruhan.
Okay. I'm going to cast the spell Audiovisual Hallucination. And to you guys, that is going to have almost no effect. You won't see anything. But these ninjas, these 3, because I can do up to 10, but they need to be within 30 feet of each other.
Yeah.
So these 3 ninjas here are all going to have a a peculiar image of a sand ninja appearing behind them, which is awfully embarrassing for a ninja. But it does mean they're being flanked.
They're auto-flanked. Ah.
Unless they beat the DC of 21.
Ninja 1, Ninja 2, one passes. The others
Right.
I'm going to put a sad face on to show that they think they're being flanked by sand ninjas.
Or ninjas with ropes like sand. Like
Okay,
what
but,
the Prince wears.
You can also move 30 feet if you want, or you can just.
I can. I'm going to chill out in this little central bubble. Or actually, I'm going to take like a few steps behind. I'm going to stand a little bit close to my berserk buddy here. And
It
there we
is
go.
now to Manos. Your turn. Are you going to completely ignore that and charge a ninja?
Yes, I am totally going to charge a ninja. I'm going to charge this ninja right here. And my attack is
Okay, I'm going to choose a different two steps from Hellsong because that one was just like.
Sorry.
That was entirely like I just chose one at random. So
Yeah, but I also falsely advertised. But if you do anything that sounds like Dragon Warrior or something, like, you'll find what you need.
okay, this is already sounding a bit more.
Okay.
It's
I
good.
did like that other one. It was really.
Oh, I
atmospheric.
liked it. I liked it. Well, we'll keep it.
Well,
So
that would actually be good for. That would have been good for like the dialogue with the voice of the
True.
Emperor.
yeah, and music is a huge part of this because I can't do physical acting with you. So, if you have more music suggestions, any of you, message me. So,
All
which
right.
ninja are you charging?
the one that's right here.
Move your character to where you're going to be.
Okay. And my damage bonus is okay.
Yeah. Sorry, this.
Just
line
tell
is
me
cool.
if it's too loud for you guys.
Oh, that's good.
That's
I'm
good.
good.
Okay, so you do 21 damage to the ninja. Is it a great? Yeah, it's a great hammer, right?
Yeah.
Or earthbreaker.
Yeah, Earthbreaker, but yeah, it's basically like a big.
So you smash your gong on your backswing, and then you smash the guy's face with the front swing.
Nice.
The ninja is now bleeding from underneath the mask. It is now time for the ninja mob. Since they can't attack the bird,
That guy's weak,
Ah,
though.
jeez.
Can you turn it down just a bit?
oh yeah,
Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna take my attack of opportunity because I do have a reach weapon.
oh yeah, they charge in. Are you going to attack the one who's already injured or the one?
No, I'm
who's-
gonna attack the one that isn't injured because if this hits, it won't matter.
Oh,
Ah,
Because this thing has vampiric touch and fiery runes on it. It just hits for like 50 damage if it hits. Okay. So plus 11. T plus 11. Please don't be bad. That wasn't great. That was bad.
the ninja manages to dodge, but your weapon stuff isn't used.
Of course. I do
So
have
the-
AC 25 right now because I just have mage armor on at all times because it lasts
Yep.
like 10 hours.
So, Saruman, you get an attack of opportunity. The ninja tries to charge through you, not knowing where you are.
Yes.
Can he still be flanked if he's charged?
Okay, so
Oh, she's invisible, and the ninja doesn't know he's there. He's
Oh, okay.
gonna be in a world of pain.
Yeah.
okay. So
You get to roll a 1d20 plus 16, but because you're invisible and he doesn't know where you are, it's plus 2, and it's plus 18.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
And he was also flat-footed. So yeah, you totally hit him. He's low enough level ninja, you can sneak attack him. So roll 1d4 plus 8 plus 5d6. As he's just going to get mysteriously flayed alive.
How do I roll multiple
So,
dice?
it would be... So, without the quotation mark. And which of the 3 debuffs are you going to give to the poor sucker? Actually, roll your damage first.
Okay.
See if it's... Okay, Ninja is heavily hurt. Also, which of the 3 debuffs?
Um, hmm. Trying to decide between bewildered or disoriented.
They probably won't be attacking you. But maybe making them easier to hit might help. Is the music
Okay.
too loud?
No,
Nah.
bewildered.
Bewildered. Okay. Which is that -2?
Bewildered. -2 penalty to AC.
Okay. So it's but -6 to you. So Biz, you get additional negative. So he has. I'm going to do bewildered as. Yep. So don't worry about that, Chelsea. For this
Okay.
first session, we're going to just assume that you've already used your teleport spell to get here, being flashy. So just assume that you have like one of each of your spells, and we'll work about getting a set spell thing for later. So, okay, so the ninjas are going to start attacking. Frosty,
Okay.
you get... So,
Lucky.
one ninja tries to attack you and it just glances off your mage armor. He's surprised. The other tries to attack you and just, from his previous lance injuries, he just falls down. This ninja tries to attack you. This ninja tries to attack you. This ninja tries to attack Saruman, who's somewhere there. Oh yeah, Alexandra, you have +5 to AC because for a round because you sneak attacked someone.
Gotcha.
Just look at that giant list of things your sneak attack does for you.
I have that document open.
And Chelsea, if you have some sort of weapon, you can get an attack of opportunity. Though I'm not sure if you do.
She doesn't.
Okay.
She's going to be casting spells on people. Probably things like snowballs and ice storms and whatnot.
Snowball sounds really innocent.
It does.
But then again, remember that May event.
Sorry.
One of the ninjas hits you, Chelsea.
Ow.
We're also going to have to fix your hit points, but your hit points are roughly where they should be. So 1d6 plus. Actually, it's 6 plus.
Oh.
Wow, rolling near max damage, 21 damage.
So how do I...
So, you
health?
can, if you click on your character token, there's 3 boxes, like not in the measuring tool, but in the.
Yep.
You can put your total damage in one, or you can put, as long as your total damage doesn't equal your maximum hit points, you should be good.
Okay.
So you have around 63 hit points. You've taken 21 damage.
Yeah, that's a third of my health.
You are not meant to be in front line.
Unfortunately, your front line appears to have flown away or charged the enemy.
So, Saruman, you are. If the guy tries to swipe at you, he misses.
Woo!
Okay, so our Barbarian. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 22.
He does not confirm a critical, and the other one misses. So, 15 damage to you.
Okay.
Okay. This one in the tree throws a shuriken at Prince Ruha.
Okay.
Misses.
Mhm.
This one in the tree starts like approaching on the ground, trying to find the invisible person. Okay. Now it is time for Saruman. So you can either you can kill this guy, or you can take a 5-foot step and start backstabbing the shit out of the ninjas attacking the squishy caster.
That's probably a good idea.
The flanked one. Killed him.
Okay.
So you get 4 attacks.
Yes, I do. Can I, like...
You can divvy them up.
Okay.
Do you do a main hand offhand, main hand offhand? Because it's the larger number, smaller number. Larger number, smaller number. So it should be, you get an attack roll at plus 14, and you get an attack roll at plus 9. Visible, flanked. Wow. It's actually plus 18 and plus 13. We can do a pseudo macro for some of these rolls. So you hit with that attack. Roll the secondary attack. Yep, you hit with 2. Oh, that threatens a critical. Roll that 14 number again to see if you crit. I know you're going to be rolling lots of dice. You crit. Okay, roll your attacks on the next guy. Oh my god. Roll to see if the 14's another critical. Okay. Yep. Critical crit. You all 4 hit and you get 2 criticals.
Okay.
So, this is how you roll your critical damage.
Oh, okay. I was gonna... Can I pass 1 on?
Unfortunately, there aren't too many melee bash bros to actually...
I mean, there are 2.
Not... Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess you'll come swooping in back.
Just tell me which one to hit. I don't know if our characters would know that, but D&D meta. I don't know.
I'm going to say that you guys are going to have to probably talk before you know about each other's abilities.
Ian.
Yeah?
Doesn't my gown do something if I get hit?
Oh, yes! What spell did he put in there?
I thought it came with the spell.
No, you choose the spell. One of the spells that you can cast.
Oh.
Touch range.
Oh, okay.
So something like Bestow Curse or Vampiric I don't know if you took
I have
Vampiric
Bestow
Touch.
Curse.
Okay. So, I will roll the guy's will save for the Bestow Curse.
I just remembered. Sorry.
Nope, that is good for us to remember. He fails. What curse do you put on him? There's the.
Oh, I can choose a curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's from a list, or you make an.
Balls.
You can. The easiest one would probably be like -6 dexterity or -4 on all of their checks, or a 50-50 chance of them not acting in a turn.
Oh.
They just get. Yeah, it's real nasty.
Okay, that.
Okay. So I'm going to do the slow snail symbol on the guy to show that he's slow. So, Alexandra, we're going to have to create a nice little document of we're going to have to make
Nobody other
Complicated
than.
characters.
Okay.
I know.
Hey! Since nobody other than Matt knows, because we've worked before, I guess I can't technically give the critical to Snake, so I'll take it for now.
Yeah. And then after this battle, you're like, hey, for future reference, when I flens someone like this, you can totally follow up for critical damage.
Oh, that's
The
good damage.
combo. Yeah, literally, it's an automatic critical.
So wait, how does that work? You need to be in range to hit the same guy, or
Yep.
You have to do
Oh,
it
that's the only
before
requirement?
before her turn again, which
Yeah,
is easy
okay.
for someone like myself who has 160-foot charge speed.
Mhm.
But I think the skull
And
might
then-
do more damage. Not sure.
He gets a ×3 critical. You get a ×5.
Right,
But
but his
he also
base
has a lot
damage
more
might be more.
damage.
Right. We'd have to
Yeah.
actually compare the stats to figure out who's better for it.
Mhm.
I would bet it's him.
So, you need to roll your damage on these poor bastards, Alexandra.
Cool.
Okay, so that was your critical. Actually, that critical just straight out kills a guy. So effectively, Chelsea, your character's being surrounded by shadowy figures with swords, and then suddenly, one of them, their just head flies off in a bloody explosion, as a blade unseen has cut it straight from the neck.
Okay. Can you turn down the music a bit?
Oh yeah, wow, this music is loud.
Sorry. Do you have to reset the music every time?
No,
You start a new one?
I can do music. Every one of these, I can put a different sound level on.
Hmm.
So this is just a loud sound.
Okay.
So it's now better, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Alexandra, roll
Yes.
your damage on the other poor bastard.
Okay, I did.
You did? Okay, that guy, his head also flies from his shoulders. Double decapitation. Hey, you're good at the Flens murder. So, it is now Chelsea, your turn. I understand that when I say that, you're going to be like, Ian, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
we'll
I
go
know I
through
have.
this.
I know I have some hexes that would be fun to try.
Oh, then do a hex on a ninja.
Ice Tomb.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Who's looking at me funny?
You can either help the beautiful Prince Ruha or one of the other ninjas that's coming up.
Okay. Let's go for.
Which
This-
ninja is which? Okay, that ninja. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Now let's see.
It is a Fortitude save, which is actually a great save to target for a ninja.
How come I don't have Ice Tomb?
You should.
Oh,
write
major
down
hexes.
Ice Tomb.
Major hexes. Major hexes. I was looking at common hexes. Nope. Okay.
I will send you a link.
Thanks. I have 2 links in there, but apparently... Oh, this is to buy a book. Alright, that's useful.
Okay, so the ninja has to make a fort save. Ninjas are not good at fort saves. The ninja fails its fort save. Because I do believe that hexes, for the which the difficulty class of a hex is 10 plus half the witch's level, so 5, plus your intelligence modifier, which is 8. So that counts as 20 DC 23. The ninja is now... Is there a frozen one of these? Okay. The ninja... A small miniature storm of ice and freezing wind envelops him. So roll 3d8 cold damage.
Oh, damn.
And he's now paralyzed and unconscious.
3D.
Frozen in a block.
Damn.
8.
3d8.
That's a hell of a single target spell.
Effectively, but they don't need to eat or breathe while the ice lasts. The ice has 20 hit points. Destroying the ice frees the creature. It is staggered for a while. Okay. So you do 12 points of damage to him, and he is out of the fight.
Nice.
Unless someone destroys the ice tomb. So, it is now time for top of the initiative order. Mozgas.
Okay, so we said I was 60 feet in the air?
Yep.
Okay.
Drop the ninja.
So we're going to turn around.
Don't make me turn this bird around.
And then we're going to charge back this way. So basically go back the way we came. And as we're swooping downward, we're kind of using just, gravity. And then we're going to just drop the guy as we're moving.
Roll
60-10?
66.
Oh, it's 66. Okay. Oh, I guess he needed to do a grapple thing.
I'm not going to worry.
Okay.
We'll worry about that next time. The ninja expires as he's just splatted on the ground.
Oh.
Let me
Put him over there. Oh, whoop, whoop.
Yep. The ninja has expired.
Okay, so charging. So...
No, you aren't a archer.
That'd be pretty
You're
awesome,
just
though.
scary big
So what's
bird.
going on with the guy on the bottom? What's up with this guy?
He is easier for you to hit. He's also been damaged.
Okay, and this guy over here? It's normal?
Undamaged.
Okay, so I'll try to lance on the guy who's already injured. Which is...
Calling artillery support! Actually, you're more like an attack hell. Yeah. You hit?
Damage!
He explodes.
Whoa.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
and the-
I realized that Snake is not happy until...
Oh, I'm not seeing those effects. If you're making
How are you not
effects.
seeing?
I don't know. All the
Hey, well, nothing coming out of your bird.
all the vision
Look, you're done.
just did something weird also. But it's fine. That's to hit for a claw. And grapple.
The guy's grappled.
And so that was... Oh, I can't do anything. I gotta refresh. Something just broke pretty hard.
Because everybody's heard. Oh,
There we go. Now there's shading.
There's shading.
So I was around there. So we'll go up like to 40 feet. Over here-ish. Near.
Okay.
That guy's in the air now.
Yep. Let me. You can show him the world.
And he takes 15 damage for the claw.
He is hurting from that. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. I just know that I now have that.
Great.
Prince Ruhan!
All right.
One of your ninja assailants is on the ground. The other is entombed in a block of ice.
Actually, now that you say it like that, I feel like I could put my talents to better use elsewhere. So I'm going to take a charge at this fellow here. I have actually quite a bit of speed because I don't have any armor.
I can't actually see which one. Like the ones attacking your friend?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess if you actually charge over, if you like move over here, you can attack with your spear.
Mm-hmm. And be flanking and all that. Let's just do that then. And let's try this roll again with my, I guess, +2 for charging.
Yep.
And yeah.
You hit.
Okay, here's the fun part. Okay. So 1d. What's the normal weapon damage? 1d8 plus 7 plus fiery runes adds 44 plus 4 plus vampiric touch adds 5d6. And I get that 5d6 as temporary health. Only? Okay, that'll work. I tested it like a good dozen times and I got like 50, 60 damage. That'll work though.
That'll do, Tig.
That'll do.
A ninja that was trying to flank you, dear Scald. A spear goes through his back, and then you see a fiery explosion, and then you see the life drain from his eyes.
Whoa!
It's just
Far out, man.
wow, far out.
As Prince Ruhan now looks healthier. Has a certain shine.
Yeah, a little glow.
So,
Slightly necromantic energy.
mildly necromantic.
Mildly.
Team Myos. Matt. it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. There we go. Now I can actually see.
I will be right back.
Ow.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
no.
we're going to be ending relatively soon. Because we have to.
Oh, don't say it like that.
No, because
So
we
cruel.
have to, like... People have to sleep. And I
Not
need
everyone's
to take a
American.
shower. Yep. You see, I get my freedom units enough from you guys. I also get my freedom in my internet and my lack of insane politicians.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, you hit. You actually can do 2 attacks. It's a full attack thing. Not that you probably need to do 2 attacks because that
I'm gonna anyway.
that ninja is going to explode.
Just because I can.
Oh, wait a moment. Does this mean I can add BFG division? Oh, I need to.
Big friendly giant?
Big fucking gun.
Oh.
It's a Doom thing.
Oh yes. Okay.
I need to play Doom. I don't think I ever bought it.
It's a fun game.
I need to see if I have that. No, not the shitty third Doom. That Doom sucks.
Doom 2016.
Yeah. Whoop.
You guys can also control the music sound on your end, but I can probably do it more easy.
It's still $60. What the hell? I'll wait for Steam
Ju-
for sale.
Just wait for a sale. It's worth at a discount. It's worth it at a discounted price. So, the ninja's about to attack. You hit his knee from under him. He starts flying a bit in the air, and then you smash your hammer down and smash him into a pulp on the ground.
What's up with
Okay.
these two over here?
That
guy's on the ground.
guy's on the ground, and this guy's ice prisoned. But-
Okay.
As a free action, I grin at the prince.
Wow, that's a free action?
Yeah, talking is technically a free action.
Wow.
So you
People
could be
can smile
like,
for free, but yet no one does.
God
So
damn it.
deep.
Put that right on your Facebook wall.
I won't, because I haven't put anything on the Facebook wall in like 6 years,
okay,
roughly.
the ninja in this tree who threw shuriken at the prince is seeing all of his ninja friends die,
I'm back.
and this ninja starts running.
Oh, we should fuck him up. Oh shit,
Coward.
he's gone.
Oh, he's not fully gone. He's just gone into the darkness of the night. So you guys could try to find him.
Can I move my thingy?
It could move 60 feet in a turn,
Eh.
It would catch him.
eventually. But, let's see. The only ninja mob left, this guy who's down is going to stand up and also try to hustle away. It is now time for Karaman.
Okay.
Are you gonna go chase after that ninja who tried to run away?
I would like to, but I can't really see that far.
But you know the direction they've
Okay.
gone, and roll a perception check. There's still some moonlight. You might be able. Man, my arms got really burned today.
Get that
Why, what would
aloe.
you
Golf.
do?
And I'm like, it's fine. Now, I already know that this first burn of the season's likely going to just turn into a lovely tan, so I'll be much more resistant, but it gets to hurt for a little bit. You can hear him doing a mad dash in this direction.
And I chase after him.
Okay. So as you start charging down, you see him. You're invisible, you're stealthy. Roll a stealth check. Minus 20. It's only plus 25.
Plus 25.
The guy doesn't know you're there. You run near silently. You get an attack. Now, are you trying to kill this poor bastard, or are you going to try to take him alive?
Well, we should probably take him alive and see who sent him.
I've got a live one trapped in the ice.
That's true.
Okay, then we can kill him.
Okay. Roll an attack. Plus 18. You hit, roll damage. Yeah, that's not a critical. But yeah, which hexes are fantastic? Like, you just took that guy out of the fight and kept one alive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're ever like, Ian, I don't know what to do, just look at your hexes and see if there's something really nasty you can put some. Okay, so you do 26 damage. Oh, he actually already took damage before. So don't bother about what debuff. You just like
dead.
stab him through the spine. And as you pull your two kukris out of him, they just blood fountain. Because I assume that you don't have to flens everything, but I'm pretty sure. Does your character flens everything they can?
Probably.
Are you a kind of person who's like likes it to rain blood, or do you just? Is this just the fighting style you have, and it's really hard for you not to kill someone when you're fighting?
Yeah. I'm an assassin. I don't want to take prisoners.
Have to not flens? What? Why? So there's still one that's trying to run, but I imagine that that the bird man will.
What direction is it?
He ran this way.
Okay.
Over there.
Well,
Somewhere.
he was in that tree.
Oh fuck.
But Chelsea, it's your turn. But we can't really see the person to find. So you can start sending your orb to trying to find them.
Wow, okay. I thought I had something to heal with. Yeah,
You I thought you might have a cure light wounds spell or something like that.
I didn't
Well-
assign one.
Let's not worry about that. Your spell list we're going to figure out for next time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just pass this turn.
Okay, so time for Snake
Okay.
and his flying bird of death.
So I'm just gonna. He does a turn, drops the guy somewhere. Oh god. drops the thing, and then flies.
Oh, you find him.
Flies backwards.
Flies back.
Oh, there you
He's
go.
so good, styling. And just gonna. Whoop, cat can't see. Just gonna claw. Hits.
Oh, I assumed you were going to. Yeah.
Justice hit. No. So he's now my prisoner, and
Ah! Ah!
and we fly.
Okay.
Not everyone can see this majestic flight pattern, but it's happening.
Okay, so now you have 2 live ninjas.
Well, I don't know if the guy who dropped lived or not.
Well, he's dead.
Okay.
Poor ninja.
Well,
Poor
oh,
ninja, go.
he took 7. Yeah, I think he's actually dead. After 17.
These guys were not high level. These guys were they serve a purpose, and B, help you all get comfortable with.
Not high level,
What
but
you
still
do.
take a third of my life.
You just don't have very high defenses, and
You're
have
just
no
squishy.
health. You're squishy.
Chelsea, one word.
Also-
positioning.
Yeah,
Well-
well, there's not much I can do with
Where,
sneaky ninja.
why is no one helping our mercy? Come on, guys.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Speaking of, we
Where
get
the
a
fuck's
roll.
the Farah? Oh wait, you're the Farah.
I am the fair, so get up here. Get on the
I
bird.
I have a hex that's flight, so I think I can actually fly.
I feel like a hex that acts only in a beneficial way is a bit of a double negative.
Right.
No, whatever. You would call it.
Okay.
Doesn't sound right.
But with this,
Okay. So, with this, the session's going to end. Please
All right.
stop the
Cool.
recording.